Back here with another interview today on FitPro Q&A, and I'm here with Chantal van Lochenberg. Chantal has been in the fitness industry for 19 years, is that right?
Yes.
And she's done all sorts of things from mainly in the bodybuilding arena.
Mainly, yes.
But she's also a fitness trainer. She's got various sponsors. She's trained all over the world, and she's involved in India. So we got lots of stuff to talk about today. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Great, yeah. So first of all, tell me a little bit about where you are at the moment. We'll go back to your history just now. I just want to understand what are you busy with at the moment?
At the moment, I'm busy with quite a couple of things. I'm still doing personal training, train from home, got my own personal training studio, nutritionist. So I do one-on-one, I do online training. I'm currently prepping for a competition that's going to be happening in November, which I'll fly over for, which is a brand new division for me, first time ever. I'll be doing bikini division. Then I still have a non-profit organization called Supreme Athletes. I'm involved with that, where we raise funds for athletes in various sports. I have an anti-bullying campaign. I've got now just recently launched a Indo-Western style clothing line, which has been inspired from India. So I bring in Indian fabrics, hand-printed fabrics, and then it's made here in South Africa, Western style.
Okay, and is that fitness clothing? Or?
No, it's not at all. No, I actually, when I traveled to India, I made Western style stuff from the Indian fabrics, and people would say, wow, where did you get that?
Yeah.
And I would like, oh, well, I made it. And so Charles said, there's so many people actually interested, why don't you start something? So I launched that like 2 months ago.
Okay, so you've got quite a lot of things on the go. What is your main line of your business?
Main line would be the personal training and the online stuff.
Okay, the rest of the stuff that you're involved with is mainly sponsorships? Mainly
sponsorships, yes, which is also obviously, it adds on to my income.
Okay, all right. And then do you train mainly bodybuilders or people who go into competitions?
Mainly, no. I do have people that do compete, and they would be from India. I have one client in South Africa that is training for competition, but mostly mine is just your ordinary housewife or normal working mom.
Okay. So what is unique about your training methods?
I think unique, I don't know. It's sort of, I wouldn't say it's unique because it's looks like a lot of the other women. If I go onto YouTube and I check it out, it's very similar. But everything I do, I know it works, and then I give to my clients. So there's nothing that I would give to my clients that I haven't tried and tested myself.
Yes. Because it's interesting. I mean, you've basically talked about bodybuilding in the sense from going from fitness to figure to bikini now.
Yes.
And each one of those are different disciplines, right?
Yes.
Explain to me how that works.
So I started with the fitness division, which I would say, if you look physique-wise, is very similar to the figure division, but the fitness only has a routine with. So I have a background in acrobatics. When I was in school, I did acrobatics. So then it's very similar to gymnastics. So I love that aspect of it.
Okay.
That's why I started in fitness.
Right.
Because I wanted to do the routine.
Okay.
But so little people actually did routines.
Yes.
So you'd get to a competition and they'd either don't have a fitness division because of the lack of interest, or there'll be like 2 people competing. And I don't want to get on stage and place first and then there's 2 people that entered. I want a challenge.
Unless there's prize money.
So, and in South Africa there's no prize money.
Really?
No.
Internationally?
Internationally, yes.
In bodybuilding?
That's why if you want to succeed in fitness, you have to either get a sponsorship to get you there, or save your money and go over.
Okay.
Because it's no. But you obviously need to make a name in South Africa first to get that sponsorship.
Okay.
So in any case, I decided to drop out of the fitness division, go into figure, which is more or less the same, like I say, physique, but it's no routine.
Okay.
But then with figure, it's definitely a different look, so not a lot of women would relate to it.
Okay.
And that is, so I did compete in that for quite some time.
Yeah.
And things kind of evolved for me in another direction, and I decided, let's go down to bikini.
Okay. And you're saying that's the reason for that is that it's more relatable.
It's more relatable. It's also for me, for my age, battling with hormones and stuff. I'll be 40 in August.
Still very young.
It is, but it's a lot less pressure on your body. It's it's better to maintain.
Yes.
It's easier.
Because you say you train teenagers as well.
Yes.
So that for them is not a bridge too far to want to look like a fitness.
Exactly.
model.
Or even moms.
Okay.
They'll look at you in a bikini type of body and say, I can actually look like that at her age. But
Okay.
being that figure competitor, it's people look at you and they say, wow, she looks good, but I can never look like that.
Do that, yeah.
Because it is tough.
Yes.
It's difficult. And especially for getting sponsorships, you need to be marketable.
Oh, right.
Figure is not marketable.
Really?
No.
Is there not a section of the market that, I suppose it's, what type of products would...
Only supplements.
Okay.
So
that's
you,
it, yeah.
no, so you won't be able, so that's, I'm saying it's a niche market.
Yes.
So if you want a broader spectrum, you need to go down to a different look.
Yeah.
That's what made me just change it.
Okay. Very, very interesting. Do you train men or maybe...
I do train men,
Yeah?
but not men that compete,
Oh, okay.
because I'm just not clued up in the supplement kind of range there.
But would you say your clientele is sort of 50-50 or...
No, 70-30, more women.
More to the
Yes.
women's side. You say you're working on a new gym at your house.
Yes.
Right. Are you expanding?
I'm expanding at the moment,
Okay.
just going slightly bigger, because I've kind of reached my capacity where I cannot just take on any more clients.
How many hours a day do you train other people?
Not a lot. I start at 5 a.m. to 7, then I quickly take my kids to school.
Yeah.
Then I'm back 8 to 11,
Yes.
and then 4 to 6.
Okay.
So in between, I've got time to do whatever I need to do and get the kids, run them around.
You got two kids, right?
I've got 2.
How old are they?
10, and my first one will be 13.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that's quite a hand.
Second one just turned 10.
Keeps
Keeps
very
me busy.
So what takes more time, being a mom or being a personal trainer?
Whoa. At this moment, I would say mom.
Okay.
When they were little, it was fine, but now they're older. Now it's homework, studying, and it's
Yes.
After school curriculum activities, and so the balancing is a big thing in my life at the moment.
Okay, so I also want to find out a little bit more about some of the projects that you got going on now. You're going to India in a couple of weeks. What's that for?
So in 3 weeks, there's a huge, it's called the IHFF. Now, I can't exactly remember what it stands for. It's International Health and Fitness something. But
Okay.
it's Asia's biggest expo, and that's in India. So that's in July. And then there's another one in November. So I'll just be going for one of my sponsors, and then afterwards I'll be doing a couple of seminars.
Okay. Which sponsor is that?
Alives, which is a gym chain. It's a gym chain like Virgin
Oh, okay.
in India.
Okay. So they use you as a model for gyms in India.
Yes.
You don't have the look. You don't, it wouldn't strike me as an Indian look.
No, I don't have the Indian look, but when I went there on the first trip, look, I was like, they said you're going for fitness. I'm like, India, fitness. You'll be amazed how big the bodybuilding industry is. It is right up with the Bollywood.
Really?
It's huge.
Okay.
It is the fastest growing industry in India.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting you mentioned that, because I hear a lot of people talk about the fitness industry is so big and it's billions and it's growing very fast. But how do people make money in the fitness industry?
Yeah, there's so many aspects of it. It's become such a big booming business. So I'm an athlete now, obviously, so they'll sponsor me. They'll fly me over. I do the marketing. It's basically their advertising. I'm their advertising. But I think in the fitness industry, you have to be a personal trainer or a nutritionist, and you have to make a name.
Okay.
I think if I didn't make a name, that's why I worked so hard in South Africa
Yes.
to make that name.
Yes.
Because I do get a lot of referrals Or people will randomly contact me and say, oh, I've seen you on Facebook, or I've seen you on Instagram, or I would like to train with you.
Okay.
But that comes with my name.
Yes. But that's specifically to train with you, or
Yes.
do they also contact you for sponsorships and
Vice
that
versa.
sort of thing? Also, you
But mainly I would say training. I get a lot of clients from that.
so if you and in terms of the sponsorship, how big do you need to be to really get a decent sort of income from that?
So I had to win essays.
Okay.
That was and then I didn't even have a South African sponsorship. And if you do get a South African sponsorship, it's supplements.
Oh gosh.
So it's not money. Obviously you've got to start somewhere. So they will use you and you kind of get your name out there. But I had to pay my own way to go and compete abroad, because now you have to go and do worlds.
Yes.
That is where the big money is.
Okay.
So once you get your name out abroad, that's where the big sponsorships come in, because then they'll say, listen, I want to sponsor you, but if you're internationally sponsored, that's the money.
Yes. And building up your own social media, does that help?
That helps a big time.
Okay.
Big time.
And how did you accomplish that? Did you just do it yourself?
I just did it myself. I just do all I make sure I post and share and tag and relevant stuff, informative things, and I don't know, just keep building.
Yeah. So over how many years have you had your social media going?
Facebook, I think, when it's 2009 I started it.
Okay.
And Instagram, I'm trying to think now, where are we now? Maybe 2012.
Oh, okay. And it's just grown from there. I see your Facebook, you've got about 7,000 followers, is that right?
Yeah,
And
Facebook, Instagram, I'm not sure. Something in the 60.
Okay. Yeah. So
that's still not actually big if you look at some of the other international.
Yeah.
But it's growing. I must say it grew a lot since I've gone to India.
Oh, okay. Yes. Because I think, those markets are quite happy to tag and like and share. Whereas
and so the sponsors are. That's why they're so happy, because it's Indian followers, and I've got the Indian brand sponsoring me.
Right, yeah.
So
well, but I find that a lot of people also go and chase those likes and shares, but their businesses are not in India, so it's kind of meaningless in a way.
That's it, yeah.
But for you, it's very relevant.
Exactly.
That's great. Yeah. Okay. And just to mention your social media pages, what is your Facebook page called?
So it's CVL, just CVL, or my profile is Chantal van Lochenberg.
Okay.
I've got 3 profiles there.
Okay.
But and then
do you keep them on?
all 3, yeah.
Okay.
I'm on all 3, and then it's just cvl.fitness is my Instagram.
Okay. All right. So and then the sponsors that you're involved with is
Alive's Gyms. MaxFit is a equipment company, and then Australia's Nutrition is a nutrition company.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, thank you very much. Is there anything else that you'd like to add, or?
No, not really. I think you covered everything.
Well, it just, there's so much of we can probably spend an hour on each one of those topics, but I think it's fascinating to me, that somebody has made a success of this business, of this industry. So I think people could probably look up to you. If somebody's out there and they're thinking of going into the industry, what would you say to them?
I would say do it, but don't expect overnight success, because this is definitely, it's such a huge market, and everybody wants to be famous on Instagram. Work hard at it, and just stick to it and put out relevant stuff. Make sure you keep up with the times and evolve, and knowledge.
Yes. Yeah.
But stick to it.
Yeah.
Don't give up, because it doesn't just happen overnight.
Sure. Okay. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate
Thank you so much.
And coming to my house as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was great chatting to you.
Likewise.
Okay.
Thank you.